Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? It's Empire Build Academy, I'm Fabian, and I've got the Learn Evony in Minutes series. I've got two buildings for you with this one. Nice and easy, very quick. The first one will be the wall, then we will jump onto the bunker, and let's get straight into it now. Let's jump over to the game, and the first one we're going to look at is the wall, which is this one here. And when we go into there and click on the information, you can see your walls are the first line of defense protecting your city. Grade your walls to improve your trap capacity. You can also see the HP there and defense, and also the trap capacity that it mentioned, and the HP will be improved via other methods as well, including research. Let's come back off that and have a look at some of the options. So we can see we've got quite a few going around here. The first one is the notice board, so let's go straight into that. This is actually not updated very often. You can see here that the last updates we had on this were in April, but this is where you would find anything that was important that Evony themselves wanted to push out. This is where they would do that. You also get some useful game guides. It's not involved, it's not massively detailed, but there are some things in there that may help you out. And then of course the last one there, any urgent news, important news, you would also find that in here. But as I said, it's not something that's regularly updated, but it is there for you to have a look at. Let's go back to this. This time we will jump into the defense general, which is one of the most important things for the wall, and this is where you would attach a general to help protect your wall, to protect you in defense from attacks. And of course this would be something that would need its own video, which I will do, but to summarize for this particular video, this is where you would put someone in like a Queen Boudica that you can see there. You can see they've got Shajar Al-Dur. She's someone that helps with the resource side of things, so she's only used as an assistant when I'm not in battle, but as soon as I am in battle I would take her out and I would put someone like Isaac Brock back in there. But again, when you are using your defense generals for this, it's making sure that they are useful, strong, powerful, ascended generals that can obviously offer lots of buffs for your wall. Like I say, I will do a separate video on defense generals. I have done one previous, but I'll do an updated one as well, but that is for your main city defense. Going back into this, the next three, which is the expedition, patrol and sea rush challenge, these are actually little mini games that you can complete and challenge to earn additional income. So you can see here I will get some expedition income of every 12 hours, which you can see how much per hour that I would be getting via this method here. And of course this would increase depending on what level of expedition I have reached. So you can see I've reached 195, which is there, and then if I went into 196, you can see what kind of challenge is required, and you would get additional rewards via that method as well. So that would be your first mini game. Again, with the mini games, like with the wall defense general, I will do those as additional videos, but for the purpose of this particular quick and easy Learn Evony in Minutes, it's just showing you that that exists. The same with the patrol, and when you go into here you can see that you do get 10 refreshes a day to buy additional items with gems. The first 3 are free, so I've bought that, and then I can refresh this 10 times daily for 1000 gems. Now what I would say with this particular one, I would use all those 10 chances up, because when you go into the information you can actually see in here that there is a chance to get a super safe resource chest. Okay, the percentage chance is low, but it is times 100. So for 10,000 gold daily, there is a chance to potentially win that. And I've got to say, I have won it myself 3 or 4 times. So even though it's 0.08%, it is something that does pop up. I'm just going to do all those 10 chances now. I'm only going to buy the things that are important, and nothing in there, nothing in there. But again, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to literally skip through this for the purpose of the video, just in the hope that a resource box would pop out, but it didn't. It's not a problem, but that would be those 10 chances used up there. The last one is the sea rush challenge, and this is fairly new. I have done a small video on this, but I am going to do an updated video. And again, this is a additional mini game that Evony have brought out for us to compete in, and you can see there as well, when you do jump into it, it will give you a breakdown of what and how to play the game and the kind of rewards that you can get. And you can see again with this, there is charts, there is redeem, etc., that you can check out and see exactly what the sea rush challenge is all about. But like I say, I have done a video on this. I will do an updated one now that we have more information about what this is, but that is another challenge on the wall. And so let's jump over to the next building, which is very simple to explain, and that is the bunker. The bunker is over here, and when we click onto there, the information quite simply. Your bunker allows you to protect troops. Upgrade your bunker to increase the protecting capacity, and you can see what mine is at the moment. It's 240,000 plus an additional 50,000 which comes from elsewhere. Click on more information and you can see the protection capacity that increases with each level. You can see I'm on 240,000. I'm only at level 30. I haven't gone further into this to upgrade it, and that's because, to be perfectly honest, it's not something that's massively beneficial. But of course, if it's something that you wanted to increase, and I could increase all the way to 39, I could then increase my capacity to 380,000. I just find there's always something more important to be spending my resources on. And then the other thing to check in there, so we've checked the information. If we just click onto the bunker itself, and when you go inside there, you can see the option to increase all the troops. So I can put all the different troops up to whatever my capacity was, and then I can choose how many hours I would like to keep them safe. But obviously being aware that as soon as that's finished, they will then obviously be back in your army. They will be back ready to be defending for you, so they can then be attacked again. So it's just being aware of that, but that is the purpose of the bunker. And again, you can add a duty general. I don't have a specialized duty general for my bunker, but what I will say is I've got an old person in there, and that's where you can see that additional 50,000. It's actually coming from Napoleon and the fact that he is a medium bunker officer. If I was to actually change him and increase him, you can see going all the way down here the different requirements and also the protecting capacity increase that you would get with each one. But that's the wall, that is the bunker, that is those two buildings complete. This is Learn Evony in Minutes, and I will see you in another Learn Evony in Minutes video very soon. Thanks for watching.